What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another character rank up video. Alright, so as you can see on screen here, I did finally unlock Dr. Doom. So yes, it is time to rank him up, so go ahead and go through the expensive process of getting Victor fully leveled up here. And yes, it did kind of deplete my resources, so I was not really expecting that because we have about 65 million gold at the start of this. I mean, I have a decent amount of biometrics, but I have been leveling up characters to level 70, so my biometrics were already quite low to begin with, and that again translates to my black antimatter being a little bit low from ranking up other characters to level 70. So yeah, by the end of this, I go down to, yes, 0 black antimatter, which kind of sucks. So yes, he takes up all of my black antimatter, not happy about that, and he takes up every last biometric that I have. And I even had to wait a little bit in terms of recording this rank up to actually get more biometrics to finish leveling him up. So yeah, he's really expensive. My gold also takes a hit as well. 65 million goes down to like 15 million or something like that by the end of this. But anyway, let's just go ahead and let this rank up play out, and you can kind of watch my resources dwindle away and just disappear. Alright, so here we are a week later. We finally have Dr. Doom all ready to go. We got the black antimatter that we needed to finish ranking him up, and also the biometrics to get him to level 60, so that's finally done. And then for the gears here, they're just going to be sitting at, well, actually I have 2 of them leveled up because I needed the ignore defense from them, so that's why those gears are leveled up. And as you can see, the ignore defense Uru to get him a little bit closer to the ignore defense cap so I could get a better showing for Dr. Doom here. But the middle 2 gears are still sitting at 15, and that is because of my black antimatter being at basically 0, so don't really want to invest in those gears as of right now because I'm going to be waiting for the Captain Marvel update, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to get her to tier 3, so I need all the black antimatter I can get to get her to level 70. For the gears here, we have everything leveled up except for the second skill. The first skill is going to give us some more all attack, all speed, and crit rates. I think that's what goes up from this skill. And then the third skill we have leveled up so that we can get the all defense down to go all the way up to minus 45%. And then also the damage accumulation, I believe, goes up as well. The fourth skill here, we have the ignore dodge, which goes up to 50%, which is really nice. So 50% ignore dodge on the fourth skill. And then the fifth skill we have leveled up also for that massive 50% HP heal. That is ridiculous, a 50% heal on this fifth skill here. So Dr. Doom is very hard to kill. well, when you're playing him manually at least, because you can just use this 5th skill and just get all of your health back. And he also has the revive here, of course, for his passive. So yeah, very, very strong character in terms of survivability. And also, as we will soon see, his damage is pretty dang good as well. For his Ice Await set, we do have just Power the Angry Hulk, not fully awakened, but we do have a 6-star set here for the ISOs. And then the custom gear, I'm pretty much out of obelisks, and I wanted to give him an offensive set. So this is pretty much one of the very few damage proc obelisks that I had left. So we have a max HP, mind resist, and a 140 proc, so nothing too special here. So we're only rocking a 140 proc, so you'll definitely see that in the gameplay, so keep that in mind when you see his damage. Is we do only have a 140 proc on him, and also he is only level 60. So from what I've been hearing and from what I've been seeing, getting him from 60 to 70 does help out his damage a lot. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get him to level 70 sometime in the future, but like I said, I'm probably going to be working on other characters before I get around to him, so he might be sitting like this for a little while now. But anyway, that's what Dr. Doom is looking like so far. So let's go ahead and hop into some gameplay here of him fighting Cull Obsidian and also Proxima. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Alright, so here we are at Cull Obsidian. We're going to be doing a stage 30, and then we have Victorious for her leadership, and then we have Shuri for her team up bonus, or her tier 2 passive. So let's go ahead and see how Dr. Doom can do here, and we are going to be using all damage strikers to help increase his damage output a little bit, because as I mentioned earlier, we do have a pretty basic build on him right now, because don't even have maxed out gears, and then we only have a 140 proc, so I'll see how we can do here. So start off with the 3rd skill. I start with the damage proc on that one, and the 3rd skill of course has our defense down, so definitely want to use the 3rd skill whenever possible. For timing my damage proc, I was kind of on the fence on how I wanted to kind of play Dr. Doom and do his skill rotation. What I ended up kind of figuring out is I like to do the 3rd skill to have the damage proc at the start, and then I will do the 2nd skill and cancel into the 4th skill, and then 4th skill I will cancel into the 5th skill. And usually the damage proc will end up on the 5th skill for that particular rotation. And then we go back to 2 cancel into 3, and then the 3 will get the damage proc just part way through the 3rd skill, and then I just kind of keep doing that kind of rotation. But later on I found out that I ended up liking the skill rotation where I do the 3rd skill, get the damage proc on that, do the 2nd skill, cancel into the 4th skill, and then instead go back to the 3rd skill for the damage proc there, and then I kind of repeat that process, cancel the 2nd skill, but this time do the 5th skill, and then go into the 3rd skill. So I alternate the 4th and 5th skill in the kind of rotation, but I get the damage proc on the 3rd skill every time, or I try to get it on the 3rd skill every time, because a lot of times it will proc on the 5th skill, just because the 5th skill is a super long animation, and you actually do want to let that missile go all the way through, because that missile can do some really, really nice damage if you line it up with the damage proc. So if you do the 5th skill, you see that explosion right there, and you have kind of that burning ground that's left there. If you get your damage proc after that missile is hit on the 3rd skill, it amplifies, of course, the damage from the kind of dot damage there from the burnt ground, and you can do some very, very massive amounts of damage. So it's almost like Deadpool. You'll see a few bars melt away if you time it properly, but it does take a lot of setup and timing of your damage proc, since the 5th skill has such a long animation, so it's not very consistent. So you probably only, there we go, I just got it right there, and that's, you know, that's a lot better than my other damage procs. That was like 1.5 bars compared to like 1/4 of a bar is what I would be normally getting. So it's like quadruple the damage basically when I got the damage proc lined up with the meteor from the missile on the 5th skill. So if you can time that, that's definitely going to be preferred, because that will output the most damage, but it's probably only going to happen once every, like, what, 3 damage procs or something like that, maybe even 4. So it's definitely not going to be super consistent, but it is a very nice sight when you actually get it to go off, because you just see that satisfying bar melting effect go on. And of course, if I had a like CTP of energy or something like that, it would be a lot more pronounced, but don't have that right now. So as you can see, it's taken Dr. Doom a little bit to get through here. It is stage 30, so it's a little bit higher in terms of what my roster is generally capable of. I think I'm up to stage 40 something with Cull Obsidian, so I can't push too much higher. So Dr. Doom is doing okay here for my current build, so his damage is looking good, and if I get him to level 70, then his damage should be a lot better. And if I, of course, upgrade his obelisk to get either a CTP of energy or maybe just a 200% damage proc, we'll see a lot better results as well. But overall, I'm happy with the damage that I'm seeing here from Dr. Doom, especially when I can time the damage proc with the 5th and 3rd skill together. And another thing to note is that with Victorious being in the party, her team up for the co-op skill is always going to be the 3rd skill, so you can definitely take advantage of that. And I didn't do that at all during this run here. At least I don't think I did. Oh no, I did it right there because my 3rd skill was cancelled, so I just popped the co-op skill so that I could still get the 3rd skill to go off, so I didn't lose that kind of damage or anything like that. Oh, sounds like my heater just went on. Hopefully you're not hearing that in the background. But anyway, we're about to finish that out here, and as you can see, it's taken Dr. Doom pretty much the entire time to kill Cull here, but like I said, I still need to work on him quite a bit, so I'm happy with the performance that he did here. Yeah, so let's go just let him finish this out here. I think I canceled out or exited out at the end here so I could do Proxima, or did I do Proxima the next day? I can't remember. Either way, let's see what ends up happening here if we end up finishing this fight out or not. I can't remember. But we do have only 8 seconds, so we're cutting it really close either way. Do we get the kill? Okay, yes we do. 4 seconds remaining, and pretty much the ideal team up right here, so it's probably going to be the most damage I can get out of him with the strikers and team ups. But now let's go ahead and hop over to Proxima and see how we can do over there. Alright, so here we are at Proxima, and we're using the exact same team up and pretty much the same strikers, just a little bit of variation going on there. And you will notice that, of course, Proxima and Cull take different kind of damage types. We have Proxima here that is susceptible to physical damage, where Cull was susceptible to energy damage. So Dr. Doom here does have a mixture of both energy and physical damage on his skills. And yeah, you can take advantage of that, so you can pretty much do any world boss with him, except for maybe Ebony. I mean, he does have the defense down, but it's not really going to be strong enough, I don't think, to push kind of higher stages for Ebony Maw. Could be wrong, but he could pretty much do everyone else except for Ebony at a high level. And as you can see already here, Proxima is a very, very annoying fight for Dr. Doom. And that's kind of because when he uses his skills, he roots himself a little bit in place for the start of the skill. And Proxima, she moves like a jackrabbit. She's like all over the place. She's from one side to the other in like half a second. So you get your skills canceled out very, very often just because she moves out of your range so much, and that really got to me during this fight. And those blade twisters are super annoying. So yeah, during this fight here, I was getting pretty annoyed with the stage effects and Proxima, because I was trying to line up damage proc here, and it was just not happening very consistently. But as you can see, I'm doing the same strategy. I'm trying to get the damage proc on the 3rd skill after the 5th skill's missile has just hit the ground. So see right here, I tried to do it, and then Proxima goes into her cutscene here, so I wasn't able to take advantage of that damage proc because the damage proc was lined up properly. I just wasn't able to hit Proxima with it. And yeah, as you can see here, she canceled me on my 3rd skill. Fantastic. So I hopped into the 5th skill to get that heal. And yeah, she's just doing everything she can to make sure that I just can't hit her. So I'm definitely losing out on a lot of damage here because a lot of my skills are getting canceled out, or I'm just not in range, so all of the kind of AoE or dots are missing her. So overall, I don't know, Dr. Doom versus Proxima, I was just not happy with the matchup. He doesn't seem to do too well against someone that moves around this much. But we do significant amount of damage to her. So for his 5th skill and his 3rd skill are going to be doing a lot of physical damage. So that's another reason why during the damage proc against Cull Obsidian, we didn't see some huge numbers, whereas against Proxima here, when I do line the damage proc up, which I don't know if I even get the damage proc lined up during this clear here on the 3rd skill, we do melt a lot more health bars than we did against Cull Obsidian, and we are on the same stage. We're on stage 30 for both of them, so I was kind of keeping an even comparison here, and it still took pretty much exactly the same amount of time as it did to beat Cull. We do end up pretty much timing out here, and you wouldn't think that with 6 health bars left, and we're at 2 minutes left on the clock, but I mentioned that Proxima was getting on my nerves during this particular run here, and yeah, she's just canceling all my skills. I'm getting snared. She's running across the screen, and I was over it. So I did not end up re-recording this. I just left it there. I was like, you know what, Proxima, I'm done. This stage is not for me. I'm not in the mood to do this. And then she's got the purple circles going along, so another thing I've got to worry about. Yeah, so that's what's eating up all the time, is just dodging Proxima and having her cancel out my skills. And we have 5 health bars left to go, and a minute and 20 seconds. So yeah, I don't know. You'll see what happens. So let's just let this play out a little bit here. Oh, we ended up dying right there. Forgot about that. Those purple circles, man. Those things are nasty. You don't want to underestimate those. But yeah, let's let this play out, and we'll see what I'm talking about when we get to the end of this. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And no, we did not beat Proxima, and I was like, you know what, I'm done, I'm out of here, no more. So that's what you get. So yeah, anyway, that's going to be my initial impressions on Dr. Doom here, a little bit of gameplay, my thoughts on the character. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on Dr. Doom below, if you found a better skill rotation for him, because I'm still kind of confused on how I want to run the skill rotation because of the cooldown on his skills, so I'm not sure what I want to how I want to time the damage proc. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.